With Christmas drawing ever closer, we're celebrating the way we suspect you love by featuring absolutely no Christmas apps whatsoever. Enjoy this brief respite before we inevitably give in to the pressure to pack every episode full of reindeers and snowmen. Don't you find there's a hell of a lot of information out there in the world? Wouldn't you like a way to get to the creme de la creme of information on your phone in a way that doesn't restrict you nor overwhelm you? You might be interested in My Tap2, a new news aggregator available on the iPhone and Android platform. Unlike rivals such as Flipboard or Pulse, Tap2 will let you have hundreds of streams of news, ranging from specific sites such as Boing Boing or Perez Hilton to topics such as indie music, which includes news from across the internet. You can search for specific sites, although not all the ones I tried came up, despite me knowing they did have an RSS feed out there. You can also add your Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn accounts, the options for which are somewhat hidden away in topics and then social. Like many of these apps, it's really nice to see news you're interested in from sites that are not necessarily on your radar, so full marks to Tap2 for broadening my mind. We looked at the app on the day of launch, so inevitably there are still some kinks to be worked out. Reading an article in the Android browser chucked you out of the app itself and the back button didn't return you to it, but it is an app full of potential. It'll be interesting to see if the iPad version, slated to appear soon, can match Flipboard for its gorgeous UI, as the phone screen size does sometimes feel cramped. But it's definitely one to keep an eye on. This week's Celebrity App Doctor goes out to every YouTube celebrity ever, and all those who ever loved a YouTube celebrity. From Tron Man to Numa Numa Kid to Leave Britney Alone Boy, these YouTube hits deserve to be remembered. And what better way than through creating your very own ringtone of them? RingDroid allows you to take any MP3 file, chop it about and make it your ringtone. So with YouTube videos, you need a site like listentoyoutube.com so you can download the video that you own the rights to as an MP3 and then transfer it to your phone. From here, you can set the slider to where you want the ringtone, alarm or notification sound to start and finish, and you're done. Why would you not want Double Rainbow Guy blasting out of your bag every time your phone rings? Oh yes, because it sounds like porn. And remember kids, respect copyright. This week's viewer question is from lovely viewer JC, who emailed us posing the following question. There are so many budgeting apps out there. Which is the budgeting app to rule them all? Well, JC, I've done some budgeting, which was incredibly painful, and my recommendation is Ace Budget. It's one of the simpler apps to use. You just have to remember that you need to make budget categories such as house expenses, transport and eating out in the first budget screen, along with amounts you predict you'll spend, and then click on them to add individual transactions. You can then see how far through your budget you are, as well as get a time marker to show how far through the month you are. You can add recurring expenses and get alarms for those you need a gentle reminder for. The scary bit is when you start reading the reports, looking at which things your money goes on and how your income matches to your expenditure. Eek. The light version is free, but you're only allowed 20 transactions, so I'd invest £1.19 or $1.99 in the full version. If, like JC, you're baffled by the sheer number of apps out there, drop us a line on yo@frackulous.com and we'll do our best to help you out. This week's challenge addresses that fundamental question. How can I continue to watch Countryfile even when I'm away from my TV? Well, we of course have the answer for both BlackBerry and iOS devices. First up, Will the BlackBerry user.
Technically, iPlayer is an app, but really it's just an app that links you to a mobile-friendly, BlackBerry-optimized version of the iPlayer website, which fires up in the built-in browser. This means it's a bit slow to load, so finding something to watch isn't as super quick as it could be with a native app. If you're a 3 or Vodafone customer, and in the UK obviously, you can stream telly over 3G on the go, but everyone else will have to settle for Wi-Fi. It's a bit blocky, even on the BlackBerry's small screen, but at the very least you can watch The Apprentice on the way into work before someone spoils it on Twitter by announcing who was fired. Again.
Mine is also not actually an app since it's based within the web browser. However, it is the best way to watch live TV, so I refuse to be constrained by semantics. TV Catch-Up is the place to go to watch all Freeview channels streamed live to your iPhone or iPad. If you're an iPhone owner, you need to point your browser towards iphone.tvcatchup.com, whilst iPad owners should go to ipad.tvcatchup.com. From there, register once and you're free to stream both over Wi-Fi and 3G. On other platforms, just go to tvcatchup.com and try your luck. I can vouch for the Nexus One on Android. It's a well-known fact that whilst OK Go might struggle to fill stadiums, they are ace at getting YouTube views. Those boys know their zeitgeist. So it was only a matter of time before they embraced mobile apps. They're using Pulse of the City, which is actually a Range Rover promotional app, to visualise their journey around the city of Los Angeles. The app uses your GPS data to track your journey, after which you can view the image you've created. It's available in the iTunes Store now if you want to have a go yourself. The band will be playing Pied Piper by collecting fans en route, who will be armed with flip cameras to record the event. In theory, their route should eventually spell out OK Go, which is a convoluted way of getting from A to B if ever I heard one. Will it have the same YouTube love as the treadmills? Time will tell. Thanks for joining us on another roller coaster of app-based fun. We'll be here next week to provide you with everything you need to make your phone the only thing you'll ever need in your whole life. Want more? Go to www.frackulous.com/follow for a glut of RSS-y, iTunes-y, podcasty, subscription-y options.